Hello, teachers of Calvert Education. Welcome to the family if you're brand new. I wanted to talk on this video about Setmore.com. So if you want to just make this video tiny so you can look on while you go to Setmore, this is a tool we use to make appointments. Now keep in mind this tool can be used not only for our situations where we're using it to quickly and easily book discussion-based assessments with our students, or should I say the students use this tool to book appointments with us so that 90% of our time isn't going back and forth trying to figure out what time is best. But this tool is also used by businesses such as a hairdresser. So you're going to see some settings that look a little odd. Just keep in mind it is used for more than just this. So the first thing you're going to do is go to setmore.com. And you're going to click on Start Now, and you're going to create your own account by putting in your name, your email, and your password. Each Setmore account, you can only have one Setmore account for each email address. So choose that email address wisely. It is not necessarily going to be the same email address that your appointment reminders come to. Okay, because I already have an account, I'm going to go ahead and log in, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each of the settings. So you go ahead and create your own Setmore account, and then once you're logged in, I'm going to take you through each of the settings so that you can be sure all of the settings are appropriate for you. It always takes you directly to today, whatever today is. And if I scroll down, I can see I do have 2 appointments today. If I double clicked on it, I'd be able to see the student's name, the time of the appointment, and all of the other great details. Now there is an app for your phone. I highly recommend getting the app. It's absolutely fantastic. Your appointments, when a student books an appointment with you, you're also going to get an email. So if you see here, I have a Setmore notification. I'm going to click on my Setmore notification, and it just tells me I have a new appointment. This is the best part. You see this appointment.ics file? I'm going to double click on that file, and I'm going to make sure it's going to run as slowly as possible just because I want this video to be as short as possible. Okay, there we go. Here is the appointment. If I press save and closed, boom, it's in my calendar now. I press done. I can go and I can look in my, not my contacts. If I click on my calendar, I'll be able to see that appointment right there on my Outlook calendar, and guess what? It goes directly to my phone and updates my phone calendar as well, as long as you have your email hooked up to your phone. So let's look at all of these different settings. I'm going to start off with Profile, your booking page, or my booking page, depending on how you look at it. Your booking page, it comes up with some weird default. As you see here, you can click Edit URL, edit it to something significant to you, your last name, what you teach. My name is Ms. First, spelled incorrectly or correctly depending upon how you look at it. So here my classroom is First Class Math. I'm sorry, my booking appointment page is firstclassmath.setmore.com. So this is the link that students go to book an appointment with me. Okay, and what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be setting your page up with you right now. My company name, you could make this Calvert Academy, your class name, and then I just have directions, book math teach with Miss First. It's nice to put your name because if we do have some classes where more than one teacher is teaching. Contact details, I'm always going to use my Calvert Services email. Phone number is always going to be my Google Voice phone. So those are the important settings on that page. Now I'm going to go down and I'm going to create my business hours. Now you'll notice business hours go from one time of the day to another. I have teach appointments available in the morning and in the afternoon. So I have to say that my business hours are from 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. But then what I do is I use breaks. I set up breaks throughout the course of the day, and that divides those appointment times up into the morning and the evening. The time zone you're going to want to be careful of. You are going to want to set it to, we try to make everything Eastern time just because that's where Calvert Academy is physically located, but make sure when daylight savings time starts or stops, you come in here and change this to either Eastern Standard Time or Eastern Daylight Time. Let's go now to booking policies. Personally, I like to have 18 hours notice. Just keep in mind that if a student does reschedule, they can reschedule to like an hour from now. So just keep in mind, you do always want to check your Setmore account. Again, it's easiest to check that on your telephone to see if anybody squeezed in an appointment when you had an open time. You're going to want to put in your booking time slot. That should actually be 15 minutes. I know my appointment times are anywhere, I mean, if I have a real quick student, they could be from 5 minutes, and I've had them up to 30 minutes long. So it really does depend on the student. My scheduling window, my students, I allow them to book 21 days in advance. To be quite honest, students tend to book 1 week in advance, up to 2 weeks in advance. Now, these are the contact fields the students are going to have to fill out. I require them to put in a phone number. This is how I contact them, unless, of course, they are international, in which case I require a Skype ID. I also have them put in which module number they're doing, and that's going to be required, as well as an email address. If you want to note anything to the student, you can do it right here. I let my students know I will call within 10 minutes of your booked time. Calling the students is best because you're in control of when you call them, and they can't use an excuse if you know, they can't say, oh, well, I tried to call you over and over again. It's like, well, no, you just let me call you, kiddo. Okay, I let them cancel anytime is right here. I always set this to advance the booking page to the first available appointment. I turn on show service and class duration. I also turn on skip the staff. Basically, all this is doing is it's putting the student right to where they need to be as soon as they get to your page. Booking ID, I want to show this to them because I want to be sure they're on the right teacher's booking page. I always show their local time. That's going to be set to on. And once they book an appointment, I do show them the book another appointment button. And I do show them the menu bar. I keep that on. So now we're going to move down to the next setting, which is customization. English is our preferred language. I am going to make sure the following pages are available to my students: book an appointment, book a class, and services. My different services are the different DBAs I do. I, for example, teach both algebra and geometry and physics. So I have algebra DBAs, physics DBAs, and I do that so I know exactly what class, what DBA I'm going to be doing with the student. I always keep my time format 4 hours. Now, you're going to want to show your service as a DBA assignment. You're going to want to show the provider as the teacher. Again, remember, this hair salons use this, so we just want to be sure that we have appropriate things. Now, I don't believe I changed any of these. You see here we're on integrate, which is the next button down under configure. This is all default settings. Okay, so now I'm going to click under settings. I'm going to go to staff. I'm the only staff person, so I'm going to make sure this is all of my information that I want to have. I'm going to have my name, my phone number, my booking page. This is automatic. This defaults after you change your booking page, and everything else is a default. So now I'm going to go over to services. Again, I have 2 services right now. I am going to have more than this. I'm going to have more than this next semester. But each service. That way when they book an appointment, it tells me which type of DBA they're looking for. Working hours. Here are the working hours. So right now I have it alternating morning and afternoon just because it is summer and I don't have as many discussion-based assessments going on. But you'll see here, let's say I wanted appointments from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. and appointments from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Well, here I would put 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and then I would block out that time with a break. So if we come over to the breaks, in my case here, because it's summer, I don't have any breaks, but normally I would have a break right in the middle, so I could add as many breaks as I wanted to throughout the course of the day. And that's going to allow you really to be as flexible as you want with your times. Time off, these are days we have off. For example, we had July 4th off, so I just put that right there. I don't have to go in and change my breaks or my working hours. Basically, it makes me unavailable for that entire day. So now let's look at the services. Again, you can just have one service. You can just have your DBA. We used to call these teaches, so this is a good opportunity for me to change this right now. I just like to know when I look at Setmore what they are, what class they're making the appointment for. And the nice thing about Setmore too is everything saves automatically. So when you go to create here on the upper right, you saw a plus sign. It says add a service. So you're going to go in, you're going to add what the service is. Please make sure your cost is 0. We're not charging to make the DBA calls, the time of that service, and then you're done. And again, if you just want to have one service, which is DBA, that's fine. But just keep in mind, when a student makes an appointment, you're just going to see DBA. I come down here to payments. That does not apply to us. Classes, that does not apply to us. Notifications. I'm going to send, this is making sure I send an email and the student gets sent an email. So I want notifications when it's booked, when it's edited, and when it's canceled. So this is how I set these up. I want to send an appointment cancellation link to the customer and a reschedule appointment link to the customer. Again, the customer is the student. That goes in an email. That way, when the student receives an email, hey, you made an appointment, they're going to be able to reschedule and cancel with a link that's right in that email. And I want to be sure that time zones are shown in the emails. Okay, and there it is. I believe I've hit on everything in 13 minutes. I probably could have done that faster. I'll try the next time. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me at sferst, F-E-R-S-T, at calvertservices.org. Make it a great day.